Happy Black Friday. This is Sam Silver, eXp Realty. This is the newly licensed now what? Black Friday edition. I'm just getting set up, so please stand by. Just pinging some people in. We're going live at the same time. Let's see who comes in. Let's see how I may assist you all. And see how we can get you out of the red and into the black. Let's see. Let's ping some more people in. I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving and hope you rested really well from that tryptophan and turkey and the side and the stuffing. Please share with me your Thanksgiving fun and excitement. If you had family come in, if there were surprises. Yeah, let's talk about Thanksgiving and what Thanksgiving means to us. And then let's also talk about how to get your business from the red into the black. Because if you're not in the black in your real estate business, then we need to figure out how to get you there and to what steps you need to do to get you there. So just wanted to open this room and ping some people, and please ping some people as well, so that way we could pour into them. Okay, I pinged all my people. Let's see who comes in and comes and shares with us. Appreciate all of you in these rooms and on my live stream. Let's see, trouble streaming. Okay, well, that will come back soon. We have Facebook. I see we have a few viewers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. And if you're in the room, you're new to the room, this is Newly Licensed Now What? We created this room in order to talk to people that are pre-licensed, newly licensed, and are thinking about getting licensed. And we also have plenty of people that have been licensed that are seasoned agents also come into this room and pour out into everyone that comes in. So I'm booting up my Instagram at the same time. So I'm going to share with Instagram as well right now. Welcome to Newly Licensed Now What? This is a series that we created to help agents to get from just, hey, Jimmy. We created this room and this social media outlet so that way we could help people that are newly licensed or pre-licensed, or even people that are seasoned agents and maybe need a little bit of a kick to help them get to their next level. It's an incredible opportunity. If you're on Clubhouse, please ping your friends into Clubhouse, have them join Newly Licensed Now What? Our room. This is the Friday. This is the Black Friday edition. And I don't know if I'll repeat what I was saying a little earlier. If you weren't on this feed, my Instagram room here, if you didn't know that many businesses are in the red until this time of year. So that's one of the reasons why they call it Black Friday. So I thought it might be an idea to um, come from a real estate uh, place and say, okay, well, are you in the red right now? Or are you in the black right now when it comes to your real estate business? And the way you would know is your profit and loss and running your business like a business. And a lot of people don't understand that real estate is a business and you are a business owner. So that's why I figured I would title it Black Friday edition. Let's see. Probably have to put this over here. My Instagram is a little bit. Let's do this. Let's see if this will work without making too much noise. Let's see. I got a little holder here, but I'm like way down on the screen. Let me see. Oh, there. That works. I just have to raise my my seat here. So now we're live everywhere. Let me check on this feed real quick. Probably going to be a short day. Okay, so that's kind of working. Okay, that feed's working. There we go. I know it's probably going to be a short day because everyone's out there doing the Black Friday and spending time with their families and enjoying each other. So I just wanted to do my normal 12 to 1:30 room. And if there's not a huge amount of people, we will end it earlier. And if we get more people in here, we may extend it. So just let me know what you want. You can go to my my Facebook page, Newly Licensed Now What. You can go to my Instagram, Sam661 Homes. You can go to my LinkedIn, Sam Silver Homes. You can go to my, just Google me, just Google Sam Silver Homes, and you'll be able to find all my social media platforms. So I hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you guys had enough food. Hope you, hope everything's going well with you. Last night we had my family over, and it was really nice. My mom and dad and my brother and his son and my family. We all had Thanksgiving, and the other day, a friend of mine connected with me and had lost his wife. And when I was talking to him, I kind of looked at my wife, and we kind of were thinking the same thing after 21, 22 years together, kind of on the same wavelength. So we looked at each other and invited him over for Thanksgiving, and it was really a wonderful addition to our family. And it was nice. It was nice to, and this is somebody I went to school with. I went to college with. What a wonderful guy! And I'm going to introduce you guys to him. He's got an invention that he's trying to get out, and I want to get him onto Clubhouse, and I want to get him out there so that maybe he can get some support from our social media community, and that way it will help him get to his next level. I recently lost my dog, and I can't compare that to losing a wife of 40 years. I can only imagine the pain and suffering that he's dealing with, especially during the holidays. It's when people lose uh, people during the holidays. It's always a difficult time, um, because every year you deal with the same time of year and the same feelings, and so it was a wonderful event. It was wonderful to have a friend that I've known for, when I was when I went back to college. So that's kind of what my Thanksgiving was. Please share what your Thanksgiving was. Did you guys eat turkey? I see on Instagram you could respond if you're not driving, of course, and let me know what you guys did for your holidays, and so that way we can all share um, on what is going on, what happened in your holidays, and are you guys going to the Black Friday sales, or are you going online, which most people are doing because we all have these Black Friday deals coming in our email boxes. And are they really the deals that they say when they send them to you? Or is it just a end of year ploy to get your business, and then everything else goes back up to where it was supposed to, um, regular prices? So I know I've been getting a lot of the Black Friday deals. I haven't done anything with them. Um, there's a few that look like they could be worth pursuing, but right now I haven't. So let's see. Let me pin this room on the Clubhouse. If you guys are on, Instagram and you're watching on Instagram and you've been in Clubhouse, come on in. Let's talk. Let's talk about what the holiday means to you, what you're thankful for, things like that. Let's see. I'm just putting this. I'm adding a link to my Clubhouse room. Oh, there we go. And if you're able to, good morning, Atlanta, Mel. Good morning, BKibbs1. Good morning, RCB Shaw1. Good morning, Jimmy Buller. I have to say hi to everyone in this Instagram world. And let's see how many people we can get into this Clubhouse room. Or if we're just going to do this kind of on, might have to do this on my streaming, and you can always go back to my streaming in the end. And what I'm going to share today. I think I'm going to share tools to get you out of the tools to get you out of the red and into the black. First thing I'm going to share is, I'll reset my room. My name is Sam Silver. I'm with eXp Realty. I've been in business since 2004, and I am a realty mentor. If you know somebody out there that needs a mentor in the real estate business, which we all do, I mean, I even have one after, as long as I've been in real estate, I still have one. Realtymentor.club, realtymentor.club. And send them to that website. And if they have some more questions about it, let me know. Or they can go to partnerwithsamsilver.com. That one works as well. So I'm going to share my mentorship group. Let's see. I'm going to log in over here and share my mentorship group. So that way, those that don't currently have a mentor can plug in to what we're doing. And I hope everyone is healthy and safe. I got this crazy cold going on through my house. I don't know if any of you guys got that. And no, it's not COVID. Everyone's been checked. So it's not that. It's just a simple cold. And craziness is this all this stuff that we're dealing with right now is it's crazy because we haven't seen colds in a while. So whenever there's something going on, everyone jumps to it's COVID. But the average cold, we have to deal with that every year. The average cold, but we've been masked up for such a long time that when a cold comes around, it's not it's like a surprise to us. So here's let's see. Maybe I'll start this up. This is my mentorship group. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear.
And let me go ahead and record.
Hear this?
We have this puppy archive.
I'm going to share this. This is my mentor, Nolly Williams, talking.
That's it. All right. Mentorship Masters Orientation. This is going to be an incredible meeting. By the way, long time no see. I know some of you guys joined me last week. We had our roundtable meetup where we had just had a family meeting where we just got together and kind of hung out, let you guys know all the new stuff going on. This is going to be different. This one's not going to be like the one we had last week. Now, by the way, if you weren't on last week's, make sure you go back.
I'm going to go a little forward.
All right, so we're going live, so that's what that rails on that one. But the burger I had was
Let's go a little further.
Let me open up our orientation. And
I'm going to share this.
Okay, thumbs up. You can see my screen.
This is my Mentorship Masters group. If you're on this.
This is the Mentorship Masters orientation. If you have a question or a comment or anything like that, be sure to pop it right there in the chat. I'll make sure to address that as well. Also want to welcome Chris Capistrano, Patty Lynn Guilford to our orientation. Help you succeed. I'll talk more about them.
Good morning. Good morning, Maribel. How are you today? It is newly licensed now what? This is the Black Friday edition. And I was running my my mentor group in the background. I didn't know how many people were going to come in today, so I just wanted to share my mentorship group. We're talking about Black Friday, and Black Friday is significant because this is the time of year that most companies go from red to black. That's why they put all these sales out there to get to that point. So, come on in, and if you want to speak, raise your hand. If not, that's fine. I could run my mentorship in the background, and you can listen. Or please let me know. You want to raise your hand and come up and ping some people into the room, and we could share. First of all, what we're thankful for because it's Thanksgiving week. Second of all, I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. And third of all, I guess they don't want to share today. So, all right, that's fine. I can go back to what I was doing. I hope you enjoy this. This is a great opportunity to be connected with my mentorship group.
So welcome to our Mentorship Masters. I love you guys. I appreciate you. You decided to partner with me, and you didn't do it by accident. You did it on purpose because you want to succeed, and you want to succeed at a high level. So a little bit about me for those of you that are new or haven't seen this is number one. I've been an entrepreneur for 30 plus years. Over 30 years, sold over 1,000 listings my first 10 years in the business. I've launched multiple 6 and 7 figure businesses, and now my life is really dedicated to helping you succeed. That's what I'm all about, is paying it forward and helping you become as successful as possible. Now, this is a couple of pictures of me. Back before COVID, I used to travel all over the nation. Some of you guys saw me live. Maybe that's the first time you ever saw me and met with me. Right now, okay, I always want to remind success with listings. That's a national bestseller. You how to do that as well. So Mentorship Masters is really about living your dream life. When? Right now. Okay, I always want to remind you guys, earning $250,000 or more a year, working 20 to 30 hours a week or less, having nights and weekends off, taking 4 to 5 vacations a year, and being debt free. That's the trajectory of a mentorship master. Okay, that's the trajectory that we go for. So, if you're not reaching this success, we'll talk about why that is and how to get the success that you deserve here in a moment. But this is why I came up with this group, to help you achieve these goals and beyond. Okay, now we practice what we call spiritual business mastery, and every time that I teach and train and coach, I'll be teaching from these 8 pillars, which are mindset, activities, people, systems, tools, money, accountability, and training. Okay, if you've got these 8 pillars and you have them in balance in your life, you're going to have a rocking and successful business. Okay, but the truth is, you have to have all 8 of them, and that's when you look at the totality of my training. It really is about, number one, helping you develop the right mindset. Okay, and then helping you do the right activities. Okay, to achieve success, which is first and foremost of each generation. And then partnering with the right people, systems, and tools so that you can make your journey quicker, more fun, and easy. Write this down. I choose to make it fun and easy. That's the Mentorship Master's affirmation. I choose to make it fun and easy. Okay? So people, systems, and tools will help you. Nobody succeeds alone, guys. Nobody. All right? And then money mindset. Many of my students come to me with a very poor money mindset. So it doesn't matter how much money you make, you'll still have what Scripture calls a money bag with holes in it. Okay, we want to not have that. We want to alleviate that. And then accountability and training are very important. You have to be accountable to someone, okay? And a person that's accountable to themselves doesn't work, okay? You have to have, if you want to achieve to your highest goal, your highest standard, your highest level, accountability is very important for you, as well as continuing to snap into the right training. And that's about doing the right things in the right order, not doing the right things in the wrong order, because that doesn't lead to success either. Okay. And then, of course, you guys already know that I teach the 4 bodies. We have a physical body, we have a mental body, we have an emotional body, and we have a spiritual body. We have 4 bodies. So that kind of encapsulates what we teach here at Mentorship Masters, or what I like to, anytime that you see me teach, it's going to be from this framework. Okay. Now, here's our goal at Mentorship Masters. We want to help 3 different kinds of what we call business owners. Okay, number one, we call newbie Ned. Okay, and you should identify with one. You're going to find yourself somewhere in here. And newbie Ned he's in his first few years of business, not quite meeting his goals yet. Ned needs, and here's what Ned needs. He needs to get his feet under him, and is confused about what to do to generate steady business. Okay, so for newbie Ned, if you're brand new to real estate, or you feel brand new, okay, or you're starting over, you're newbie Ned, and your biggest question is what? Nolly, what do I do? Okay. Now the second business owner is Coasting Crystal. Now Crystal has been in business for some time. She's gained a clientele and is coasting on what we call a semi-steady business. Okay. Crystal needs to maximize her impact and income to move from feast or famine mode, and is confused about how to do this. So for Coasting Crystal, the big question is how. Okay, so for newbie Crystal is like, how do I do this? And how do I go from feast or famine? In other words, I've got a big paycheck today, but I don't know where my next deal's coming from, to having a steady pipeline of business. Then there's a third kind of business owner, which we call Rockstar Rick. Okay, now here's the thing about Rockstar Rick. Rick is on fire. Okay, Rick is making good money and is constantly looking for ways to grow his personal and his business life. Okay, now, so if you're Rockstar Rick, the cool thing is that means you're doing it. You're making money. You're successful. But here's your biggest pain point. Rick desires to grow, and his biggest issue is knowing who to hire or partner with so that he can grow to his ultimate potential. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you're newbie Ned, coasting Crystal, or rock star Rick. Everybody identify with one of these? Let me see. Show of hands if you identify with one of these. Okay, I see your hands. All right. So, and it doesn't matter, which one you are. Your pain point is either going to be what, how, or who. Okay. And by the way, when you're making a lot of money in real estate, like Rockstar Rick, you got a big pain point. And it's like, how do I get out of the daily grind of this business? Okay. Who do I hire to do that? Now, how to achieve success. I want to talk to you guys about the 5 steps to achieving success. This is quite interesting. This is something that God gave me right from Scripture. Number 1, okay, and by the way, all of you guys have already done this. So I want to give you kudos. I want to give you a big high five because you've already done what I'm teaching right here, or you wouldn't be at Mentorship Masters. Number 1, you have to lead where you are. Now, many of you, when you joined Mentorship Masters, you were at a different brokerage. Okay, you had to leave where you were and come over here. That's step number 1. And you remember in Scripture, God came to Abraham and said, leave where you are and go to a land that I will show you. Okay? Leave where you are and go to a land that I will show you. And Abraham was like, well, where am I going? Don't worry about that. I'll show you where you're going. So number 1, you had to leave where you were. Then you had to go to the flow. That's step number 2. Now, the reality is a lot of real estate agents are very afraid to leave where they are. They love their broker. They like their brokerage that they're at. They're comfortable, okay? And they have a lot of loyalty. So they're just afraid to do what you've done and leave where they were. It's scary, okay? And then you go to the flow, or some people say, go where you can grow. Go where you can grow. So that's step number 2. You guys have already done that. You're here at Mentorship Masters. Step number 3 is do what the master says. So you remember when Abraham was told to go to a land, he left and he went to a land that God was going to show him. Okay. He went with the flow, and then he had to, every step of the way, God told him, okay, now I want you to do this, and now I want you to do this, and now I want you to do that. Well, you'll find at Mentorship Masters, Uncle Nolly is doing that for you. So I'm telling you, hey, now it's time for you to do this. But Nolly, that doesn't make sense. Just trust me. Trust me. I've been here before. I've gone where you're going. Okay, I've been there. Okay, I made my first $1 million when I was 29 years old. Made $2 million that year. And I've made millions of dollars since then, and I've lost millions. Okay, I want to get you on easy street, the easy track to success. It doesn't have to be hard. Okay, and then number 4, you got to know what you want. Okay, and a better way to put that is know what you desire. Know what you desire and require. Okay, because this is the way that God Almighty, the universe, rewards you. You got to know what you are going for. What's your goal? What do you want to achieve? Okay. Why are you here? What can we build together? And then step number 5 is enjoy the results. Okay. When you're on the top of the mountain, like for example, when I came to eXp, it was very difficult. I loved Keller Williams. I loved Gary Keller. I was in his inner circle. I could reach out to Gary. I could text him. I could email him. I could call his office. He would take my calls. And so it was difficult. It was a hard move to make, but I knew I had to make it. Okay. And I told myself, I'm going to put my head down. I'm going to help these agents to get success. I'm going to help my family, my Mentorship Masters, get success. And that's what I did. I did it for 2 years. It's been 2.5 years. And now I'm really enjoying the results, guys. Now I'm not.
Hey, Ron.
But at some point, you
do. Hey, Sam. Just 2 of us?
Hold on. Let me pause this. Happy Thanksgiving, my friend.
Happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate the message, and I can hear myself here. Are you recording this on another platform?
Yeah, I have it on several platforms. So let me introduce myself.
Yeah, thank you. So I am a loan officer, residential loan officer, licensed in California and Texas, and live in Dallas, Texas.
Awesome. And I created this room for Black Friday because we all know that in business, you have to get from the red and into the black. And I was actually running let me do this. Let me change this real quick. I was running a YouTube um, and I was sharing my Mentorship Masters group that I'm part of. So I did that because I figured, how do you get from red to the black? Well, you have to have systems. You have to have people um, in place. You have to have systems in place, and you have to know the steps to get there. Similar to lending.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, my personal story, as far as kind of exponential growth, has been, for years I've primarily relied on referrals, right? So I started in wealth management, worked for Merrill Lynch for 4 years, and then transferred over to the residential lending side. And I retained a lot of my clients as well as just referral partners, CPAs, attorneys from my wealth management days. But then I started working with more realtors and really starting to branch out from there. But for years, I did not really market beyond that, right? So in terms of social media, I really hadn't found my voice in terms of using social media as a way to really start to get exponential growth. And it wasn't until it was right around so for me, I had a pretty lousy 2019. I had just moved to Texas the prior year. My efforts with one particular uh, real estate group, and I hadn't really branched out. And I was losing some of my California clients just because I wasn't living there anymore. So I really hit a rut. And it wasn't until I started working with my wife with her business and selling sponsorships with the events that she does until I kind of got back into that sales groove, because if you're in sales, you want to have closings, right? So that it's all the same, right? In terms of that that bug when you want to close business. But the biggest thing was I noticed that my wife just does unbelievable amounts of follow up, right? She sends out 300 emails a day with her clients and partners and everybody else. And it was one of those things where, in a real estate transaction, a lender as well as an agent, the client will never, and I repeat, never complain, especially if they're first time home buyers, about over communication in a transaction, because buyers want to know, as well as sellers, they want to know what's going on at all times. So I started to really implement that in my own practice. But then I also started to kind of get back to my core, which were, working with those business, those executives and the professionals, as well as working with the CPAs and attorneys. And I started to, really try to expand my network in Dallas, where with the network that I have, asking people, hey, can you introduce me to your financial advisor? Can you introduce me to your CPA? Because I came from that world, right? And not just necessarily working with brand new agents where there just wasn't the amount of opportunity. So I kind of hit that groove and had a great start to 2020. Then COVID came, rates dropped down to the floor, and my whole strategy of meeting with people and doing a bunch of events, that kind of went out the window. But I was just so busy because I kind of got back to my core that 2020 did 4 times the business, and then in 2021 I had hit that point in this year in September of my numbers in 2020. And to make a long story short, I started to really get into video marketing and doing attraction-based marketing based off of my, created a video series where I'm showing people where they can, I call it carving out your own slice of Texas, where they can actually amass their own real estate portfolio. And it's really exciting because not only am I working with a lot of agents, but I'm also now from the network that I have, I'm pulling from those business owners and executives and professionals that want to build out their own portfolio, but are just too busy and don't really know where to start. So it's really exciting. So it's a really long answer, but hopefully that helps.
Absolutely, absolutely, it does help. So what I gather from what you were saying is follow up, follow up, follow up, and over communicate when it comes to any business. So not only real estate, lending, whatever the business you may be in, uh, the key is the follow up. The fortune is the follow up is what I've heard through quite a few trainers. The fortune is in the follow up, and if you don't follow up, somebody else will be following up, and therefore you're out of the picture at that point.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I had a mentor of mine. He would always host these events, and he would always talk about follow up and follow through, right? So you meet people throughout your course of just daily life and professional life, uh, but it doesn't really go anywhere unless you do that, right? So and you can't necessarily rely on the other person to follow up with you. So it's always good to be proactive and when you meet new people to follow up based on what you talked about and do what you said you were going to do, right? Too many times you get busy and you're just like, oh, I meant to follow up with that person, but then you lose that connection because you didn't follow your word, right? If you told somebody you're going to follow up with them, you need to do that, right? You need to make sure you're intentional, and that's really a big key piece. And then once you're doing business with them, especially something involved like a real estate transaction where there's a lot of moving pieces, there's a lot of uncertainty, and there's a lot of things that are on the line. A real estate purchase is the biggest asset of people's they usually have in their life, so they absolutely want to know what's going on. And if you can be as proactive where you can beat their email or their text message of any questions about the status, then you're winning, right? That's really the goal is to get ahead of any of those where people are asking, where are we, right? What's going on? Because they're already thinking it before they have even put it to a text or an email. So if you can beat them to it, then they're like, oh my gosh, like how did they know I was thinking about that? Right. So that's really been my goal this year is try to beat those.
Sometimes I get those text messages and I was just thinking about them. So if I do get those text messages, I say, you know what? I was just thinking about it. Were your ears burning? And then I continue with that. So sometimes it's like you get busy and you got transactions going. And then sometimes you'll be like, they'll connect to you and they say, I was just thinking about you. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so it's one of those things where, so if somebody sends a text message and you have not responded to them in some times, you have gone beyond the point of them being curious or concerned, and now you've started to upset them, right? So you can't run your whole life on just being reactive off of what people send you, but if you can get ahead of it and give people updates, then those messages are they come in they don't come as often, and you're just seen as being super proactive, and people really appreciate that, and they're going to refer you. You don't even have to ask for referrals at that point because they're just going to send you business because you now have given them something that they didn't have before and didn't know that even existed, and that's a proactive professional that they can then brag about you to their friends because at the end of the day, they want their friends to work with good people. And if you're in a commission type business where you go from transaction to transaction, you need lots and lots and lots of happy clients.
Absolutely. And that's actually one of the reasons I created this room and my social media, newly licensed now what? Because there are a lot of agents out there and there are a lot of good agents But there's also a lot of, I don't want to say bad agents, untrained agents or unmentored or uncoached agents. So they don't understand the things that you have to do to in a transaction properly and how to get ahead of that. Like you're talking, you're seasoned at what you do, and you learn through experience. I mean, we've all failed forward. We've all not contacted when we're supposed to. We've all not followed up and find out somebody else has had that dealt with that client. We've all had that little inkling when you go by a house that has as a realtor, uh, that has a dumpster in front of it, and thought about, I need to make a call to them, and then keep driving by the same house every day. We've all done that. So to take that experience and teach a new agent how to be different and how to think differently because of your experiences is, well, one of the reasons I created this room. Um, it's so important, especially when you're first licensed, to get proper mentorship, proper coaching. And even better than that, I mean, some people don't want to mentor, some people don't want to coach. But how about accountability partner? How about somebody that you can call and say, "Hey, I made my 10 calls, or I made my 50 calls," or whatever the amount of calls you make as a goal a day, or dropping off business cards, or sending emails out or text out, because we're all so busy. Um, but then have somebody that to keep us accountable for what we need to do to keep our business running. Um,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when I started out, so I transitioned from, I said wealth management, right? So I was great on the managing assets, but I knew nothing about lending. And when I first started out, I joined my referral partners. So they basically were, they were lenders, and I would send them my business. Because the business that I was working with, they didn't really do a great job with my clients because it was Bank of America, right? So I was working with B of A, and they kind of messed up some deals with our top clients, and I'm like, well, that can't happen, right? So you have to be able to work with professional to professional, not apologize to who you were sending the person to. So I needed to find somebody that can actually get these deals done. So I found this team, and they were killers, and they did a great job. And I talked to them, and I said I might be making a move out of the wealth management industry, and they're like, "Why don't you go into lending?" And I'm like, "Mortgages? Huh? Okay." So we talked about it, and because I had a network of professionals that they wanted to meet, yeah, we joined, right? So they gave me a base salary, and I was out there and bringing deals to the table, and it was all exciting because deals were getting closed. But it wasn't until I learned the business myself, and I had to switch companies, right? Because what I realized was the business that I was sending them, those referral partners were bypassing me and going straight to the guys, and I was no longer getting commission on those deals. So I'm like, well, okay, that's not what we talked about, but okay. I essentially was putting myself out of a job. So I was getting recruited by different companies, and one of the things I said to them, I said, look, I'll be candid with you. I know nothing about the lending business. I can bring deals to the table. I could do all these things, but when it comes to actually executing it, I need to learn this, and I want to learn this. And they said, well, that's the easy part. So we're going to put you up with the branch manager as well as a processor. And that's what I did. So these deals that came in, I was standing and sitting like right next to the processor. And we went step by step, every single deal. And my business plummeted because I was in a learning phase. And I didn't mark.
I think it got caught in the matrix. All right, we'll wait for him to get off the phone and come back and continue what he was talking about. But like you said, you have to be proactive. You have to follow up. You have to be in your client's mind before they think about you. So basically, you need to be ahead of them. So before they make it that text or that phone call to you, you need to make sure that you're connecting with them. And a lot of that is making a schedule on follow up. So you have a notepad, you have a calendar, and you say, okay, well, I'll follow up with you, say every Thursday. Every Thursday, I'll follow up with you at such and such time. So you make a plan and appointment to follow up with them. So that way they make sure that you have them on your calendar. So they already know they're going to hear from you on Thursday at 2:00. They'll hear from you Tuesday, 2:00 about whatever is going on in the transaction, good, bad, ugly, anything. And if nothing's going on, you're just following up, making sure that you're following up with what you promised about whatever it may be. So if you're an escrow, if you got the inspection report, if you got a chimney report, if you got anything that is new in a transaction, or even if there's nothing new, at least you followed up and done what you said you were going to do. So Thursday at 2:00, I will follow up every week, and then make sure you do that. So it's not saying that you will not follow up other times of the week. It just says that this is an appointment that we have Tuesday or Thursday at 2:00. You have the appointment to follow up with them. So that way, that's just a standing appointment. And then other types of updates you can do other times of the week, but have that at least as one of your touch points when it comes to following up with a client. So I think we lost our person. Well, now we lost another person. Anyways, it is Black Friday. I want to reset this room. My name is Sam Silver. I'm eXp Realty. I've been in real estate since 2004. I am a dad of twins. I have a daughter that has autism. A little bit about my history. About 3 years ago, I decided I was going to give back to heroes in my community. And that came from my twin daughters were 211 and 215 in hospital. And there were several times that they had turned blue and I didn't know if they were going to leave the hospital, if they were going to survive. So about 3 years ago, I decided that I was going to start giving a percentage of my income back to heroes to help them buy and sell. I just gave $2,000 back to a local social worker, and every transaction I think this year has been a hero. So if you want to know more about my heroes program, go to samsheroes.com. And if you are a first responder or a hero in the community, and maybe you're at a point where you want to change, or at a point where you're just done and burnt out, maybe, you're more than welcome to come and get your real estate license. And if you look down on the bottom of the screen, earn your real estate license, just visit needhelp.club. And then if you're already a realtor and you need assistance with your business, go to visit realtymentor.club. That's all on the bottom of my my feed. So you'll see my feed on all my Facebook channels. So if you missed this, or if you're on my Instagram, all you have to do is go to my Realty Mentor. Sorry, not Realty Mentor. Newly licensed Now What Facebook page, and you'll be able to see this live. And you'll be able to see some of the things I have scrolling down at the bottom of the screen for you to take action with. So it is 12:45, and I'm probably going to end at 1 because this is a holiday, And I know most people are spending time with their families and enjoying time. And time is one of the precious assets that we don't get more of. No matter if we're wealthy or poor, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. And nobody ever promises us tomorrow. And we're blessed to be together and to have these incredible connection tools. Um, what's up, Barbie? Incredible connections tools to change each other's lives. So I hope everyone has had a fantastic Thanksgiving. I hope you stuffed yourself, went to sleep, had a good nap, and doing turkey soup today with the leftovers of the turkey from last night. So I'll be sleeping good tonight too from the from the turkey's revenge. So if you didn't eat turkey, happy gratitude day for yesterday and happy gratitude week. Today's Friday. Uh, today's Black Friday, and I wanted to create this room because many of us in our business are in the red still, and we want to get out of the red into the black. And we have tools and people and systems that can help you get to where you want to go if you're not there. We have accountability people. I have a network of over 5,000 different friends and family, and that we can connect you with if you need help anywhere in the country as well as in the world. We have eXp Realty has over 70,000 agents across the country and the world. We're in 18 countries and 6 continents right now and expanding every day. So if you need anything in real estate, go to my 10K card, www.sam661.com. Thank you, everybody, for being on these feeds. I'm not leaving yet. I'm going to wait till 12, like I promised. I love seeing you all. I hope everyone's healthy and happy and celebrating this holiday together. I hope COVID's not touching any of your guys' houses and everyone's keeping healthy. Hopefully next year we're at a point where we don't need these masks anymore and we don't need to social distance because people are a social species and we need a connection with each other. Very important. And we've been missing that for a long time. So, this is a great time to be alive and connected with your family and friends and to be thankful for what you have, because the more thankful you are, the more you have to be thankful for. The more thankful you are, the more you have to be thankful for. So that is that. I'm going to bring up, I was sharing my mentorship group here in the background. I'm going to bring that back up. And I think we're going to end with that. My mentor, Nolly Williams, he was speaking to our class, our Realty, our Mentorship Masters class. So I'm going to go back to that.
Me, no different for you. Okay. Now let's take a look at what you get. I'm gonna walk.
We're going to go back a little bit.
You've got some. Why are you here? What can we build? Okay, I've been there. Okay, I made my first here. Their broker. Which one you are? Your pain point is either going to be what, how, or who. Okay.
We'll go back a little bit more.
Crystal needs to maximize. We want a mentorship master. Okay, that's the trajectory. Success with listings. That's that we go for. So if you're not reaching the success, we'll talk about why that is and how to get the success that you deserve here in a moment. But this is why I came up with this group, to help you achieve these goals and beyond. Okay. Now we practice what we call spiritual business mastery. And every time that I teach and train and coach, I'll be teaching from these 8 pillars, which are mindset, activities, people, systems, tools, money, accountability, and training. Okay. If you've got these 8 pillars and you have them in balance in your life, you're going to have a rocking and successful business. Okay. But the truth is you have to have all 8 of them. And that's when you look at the totality of my training, it really is about, number one, helping you develop the right mindset. Okay. And then helping you do the right activities, okay, to achieve success, which is first and foremost lead generation. And then partnering with the right people, systems, and tools so that you can make your journey quicker, more fun, and easy. Write this down. I choose to make it fun and easy. That's the Mentorship Master's affirmation. I choose to make it fun and easy. Okay. So people, systems, and tools will help you. Nobody succeeds alone, guys. Nobody. Right. And then money mindset. Many of my students come to me with a very poor money mindset. So it doesn't matter how much money you make, you'll still have what Scripture calls a money bag with holes in it. Okay. We want to not have that. We want to alleviate that. And then accountability and training are very important. You have to be accountable to someone, okay? And a person that's accountable to themselves doesn't work, okay? You have to have, if you want to achieve to your highest goal, your highest standard, your highest level, accountability is very important for you, as well as continuing to snap into the right training. And that's about doing the right things in the right order, not doing the right things in the wrong order, because that doesn't lead to success either. Okay. And then, of course, you guys already know that I teach the 4 bodies. We have a physical body, we have a mental body, we have an emotional body, and we have a spiritual body. We have 4 bodies. So that kind of encapsulates what we teach here at Mentorship Masters, or what I like to, anytime that you see me teach, it's going to be from this framework. Okay. Now, here's our goal at Mentorship Masters. We want to help 3 different kinds of what we call business owners. Okay. Number 1, we call newbie Ned. Okay, and you should identify with one. You're going to find yourself somewhere in here. And newbie Ned he's in his first few years of business, not quite meeting his goals yet. Ned needs and here's what Ned needs. He needs to get his feet under him, and is confused about what to do to generate steady business. Okay, so for newbie Ned, if you're brand new to real estate, or you feel brand new, okay, or you starting over, you're newbie Ned. And your biggest question is what? Nolly, what do I do? Okay. Now, the second business owner is Coasting Crystal. Now, Crystal has been in business for some time. She's gained a clientele and is coasting on what we call a semi-steady business. Okay. Crystal needs to maximize her impact and income to move from feast or famine mode, and is confused about how to do this. So for Coasting Crystal, the big question is how? Okay, so for newbie Ned, it's not like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? For Coasting Crystal, it's like, how do I do this? And how do I go from feast or famine? In other words, I've got a big paycheck today, but I don't know where my next deal is coming from, to having a steady pipeline of business. Then there's a third kind of business owner, which we call Rockstar Rick. Okay, now here's the thing about Rockstar Rick. Rick is on fire. Okay, Rick is making good money and is constantly looking for ways to grow his personal and his business life. Okay. Now, so if you're Rockstar Rick, the cool thing is that means you're doing it. You're making money. You're successful. But here's your biggest pain point. Rick desires to grow, and his biggest issue is knowing who to hire or partner with so that he can grow to his ultimate potential. Okay. So it doesn't matter if you're newbie Ned, Coasting Crystal, or Rockstar Rick. Everybody identify with one of these? Let me see. Show of hands if you identify with one of these, okay? I see your hands. All right. So, and it doesn't matter, which one you are. Your pain point is either going to be what, how, or who, okay? And by the way, when you're making a lot of money in real estate, like Rockstar Rick, you got a big pain point, and it's like, how do I get out of the daily grind of this business? Okay, who do I hire to do that? Now, how to achieve success. I want to talk to you guys about the 5 steps to achieving success. This is quite interesting. This is something that God gave me right from Scripture. Number one, okay, and by the way, all of you guys have already done this. So I want to give you kudos. I want to give you a big high five because you've already done what I'm teaching right here, or you wouldn't be at Mentorship Masters. Number one, you have to lead where you are. Now, many of you, when you joined Mentorship Masters, you were at a different brokerage. Okay, you had to leave where you were and come over here. That's step number one. And you remember in Scripture, God came to Abraham and said, leave where you are and go to a land that I will show you. Okay? Leave where you are and go to a land that I will show you. And Abraham was like, well, where am I going? Don't worry about that. I'll show you where you're going. So number one, you had to leave where you were. Then you had to go to the flow. That's step number two. Now, the reality is a lot of real estate agents are very afraid to leave where they are. They love their broker. They like their brokerage that they're at. They're comfortable. Okay? And they have a lot of loyalty. So they're just afraid to do what you've done and leave where they were. It's scary, okay? And then you go to the flow, or some people say, go where you can grow. Go where you can grow. So that's step number two. You guys have already done that. You're here at Mentorship Masters. Step number three is do what the master says. So you remember when Abraham was told to go to a land, he left Ur and he went to a land that God was going to show him. Okay. He went with the flow, and then he had to, every step of the way, God told him, okay, now I want you to do this, and now I want you to do this, and now I want you to do that. Well, you'll find at Mentorship Masters, Uncle Nolly is doing that for you. So I'm telling you, hey, now it's time for you to do this. But Nolly, that doesn't make sense. Just trust me. Trust me. I've been here before. I've gone where you're going. Okay, I've been there. Okay, I made my first $1 million when I was 29 years old. Made $2 million that year. And I've made millions of dollars since then, and I've lost millions. Okay, I want to get you on easy street, the easy track to success. It doesn't have to be hard. Okay, and then number four, you got to know what you want. Okay, and a better way to put that is know what you desire. Know what you desire and require. Okay, because this is the way that God Almighty, the universe, rewards you. You got to know what you are going for. What's your goal? What do you want to achieve? Okay. Why are you here? What can we build together? And then step number five is enjoy the results. Okay. When you're on the top of the mountain, like for example, when I came to eXp, it was very difficult. I loved Keller Williams. I loved Gary Keller. I was in his inner circle. I could reach out to Gary. I could text him. I could email him. I could call his office. He would take my calls. And so it was difficult. It was a hard move to make, but I knew I had to make it. Okay. And I told myself, I'm going to put my head down. I'm going to help these agents to get success. I'm going to help my family, my Mentorship Masters, get success. And that's what I did. I did it for 2 years. It's been 2.5 years. And now I'm really enjoying the results, guys. Now, I'm not resting on my laurels by any means, but at some point, you do have to enjoy the promised land that God is bringing you into. So that's how you achieve success. And it's no different for any agent that joins us, no different for me, no different for you, okay? Now, let's take a look at what you get. I'm gonna walk you through. And by the way, if you've got someone that's considering Mentorship Masters, or you've got people in your group, okay, that you're shepherding, because many of you are going out and you're bringing mentorship about. So, what do you get? I'm going to go through this very quickly. First of all, Mentorship Masters is faith-based and Christ-centered, okay? Now, by the way, I say that, but all are welcome. Everybody is welcome here at Mentorship Masters. But those are the tenets of how we're founded. You're really joining a family that's dedicated to your success. This is not a group. It's not just my homies. No, this is family. This is what we're about. You started an 80-20 split. That's how it works at eXp. We have a low $16,000 cap. You can easily earn over 100% commission. I had people tell me, "No, I'm at a 100% commission company." I'm like, well, why would you settle for 100%? I know at eXp, every year I've been here, I've made more than 100% commission. Okay, eXp's paid me a lot more than I paid to them, right? So monthly technology and training fee is only $85 a month. You guys already know a lot of this, but I want to repeat it. No franchise fees, no royalty fees, no desk fees, no hidden fees. You get to keep your identity. That's right. So You can use your own team name, your logo, your colors, your branding. Now, it's per state and local rules, but we don't care. If you want to go orange and green for your logo and how you want to roll, that's up to you. You can call your company, your name, of your company, whatever you choose, as long as it follows local and state guidelines. So you basically, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. That's what my buddy Mark Phillips likes to say. You receive company stock awards for doing the same things that you were doing at your previous brokerage. You get KV valued at $500 a month. Now, I recommend that you jump in there and learn KV Core. Don't just get it, learn it. And it does take some time to learn. I get it. It's a learning curve, but it's a once and done. It's a one-time activity. I actually spent 7 hours. Now, I don't want to scare you, but this is what Uncle Nolly did. I spent 7 hours at a Starbucks, okay, and I learned KV Core. It took me 1 day to do it. It took 7 hours, but guess what? Now it takes a few hours to learn and a lifetime to earn, right? So you also get SkySlope transaction management. You can office out of any of over 3,000 different Regis locations. You get access to over 80 hours of live training weekly. We have more than 600 full-time employees. By the way, at last count, we have now over 700 full-time employees. So if you're wondering, am I going to get the help I need? Yes, you are. Okay. We have weekly coaching calls and with my board of directors and business partners, and I'll share with you what those are as well. Every single week we have coaching calls. In fact, we have them almost every day. All of my tools and systems, you get them absolutely free, which includes my pre-listing package, my editable seller guide, all my forms and everything. You get the online portal where you can access hundreds of hours of my personal training and coaching. You get private VIP retreats with me and my mentorship masters, our mentorship masters, I should say, exclusive accountability partner, okay, and free trainings to help you grow your revenue share and so much more. So you get a lot of stuff when you join Mentorship Masters. And I want to thank you again for joining. Now, eXp is breaking all kinds of growth records. You guys have seen this before. These are our rankings. This information just came out about 3 weeks ago. We were ranked number 1 top mover for transactions, number 1 top independent brokerage in North America, fastest growing brokerage in the history of the world, by the way. Number 1 top 5-year mover for transactions. Okay, so if anybody asks, hey, is eXp producing? Are we doing production? Yes. Top mover for volume. Number 2, we're number 3 for closed transaction sides in the nation, and we're number 4 for closed sales volume. Okay, and those numbers are going to continue to increase. Why? Because we're adding over 1,000 agents a week to eXp. Okay, so these numbers are going to continue to shatter. In fact, if you look at these from 2019 to 2020, we went from 130,000 sides to 238,000 sides. Okay, it's just incredible. The growth is just phenomenal. Back in 2016, we did less than 10,000 sides. Okay, now we're over 229,000. Crazy growth. Okay, so I promised I'd introduce you to Patty Lynn Guilford. Patty Lynn is the director of Mentorship Masters, one of the top organizations at eXp. And here's the thing: Patty Lynn has personally closed over 400 transactions herself. Okay, she's got herself a pre-law degree, and she's really focused on helping you succeed at a very high level. So if you've talked to Patty Lynn, I would say reach out and thank her. She's my business partner. She's here to help you succeed. Also on the call is Chris Capistrano. Chris has been working with me for over 7 years. Okay, and he's here dedicated to your success. He's been with me through thick and thin. In fact, Chris started with me before I started my coaching company. So they're both here to serve and help you. So there's 4 things that I want to really hone in on before I kind of open it up for questions and stuff. And I want to kind of drill down on this.
All right. I promised you. There we go. Here we go. I want to thank you for coming in on Thanksgiving. Well, Thanksgiving week. Thank you for coming in on Black Friday. And I know you guys have a lot of other things you could do. I appreciate you for coming in to Newly licensed now what? Feel free to share. You can also see this streaming on all of my social media channels. Sam661 Homes is my Instagram. Sam661 is my YouTube. You can find me on LinkedIn, Sam Silver Homes. You can find, actually, if you want to, you could just Google Sam Silver Homes and it should pull up all my social media. So I will boost this on all my Facebook pages, and so you guys could see this. If you have any questions about Mentorship Masters, please let me know. I'll be happy to answer any questions that I can. If I don't know the answers, I will get my my partner Nolly to help me answer them. If you are at a real estate company that is not living up to their promises, please feel free to call me. It's confidential. Nobody in your brokerage will know that you talked to me. Let me know how I may have assisted. It is Black Friday. It is the day after Thanksgiving. We are thankful for our first responders, teachers, nurses, nonprofits, government agencies. I give 20% of my gross back to them through my real estate business. Appreciate all of you. If you come to my stream, you can see I have some items scrolling down at the bottom. Take a look at them. And if you have any questions on anything that you see scrolling down at the bottom, let me know. And if you need a real estate license, go to needhelp.club. If you want to know more about my Mentorship Masters group, go to realtymentor.club. And if you are a realtor currently and you want a branded toolkit for your business or for your team, you could just go to silversolutionsleads.com. silversolutionsleads.com. And I appreciate all of you and have a blessed day. Thank you so much for coming into my rooms, my social media, and following me and sharing. Appreciate all of you. Have a blessed Thanksgiving. Well, have a blessed Black Friday and a wonderful weekend. Take care and bye for now. We will see you the next time in Newly Licensed Now What? Take care. Bye for now.